Bueno, vamos a ver qué vamos a hacer hoy. Hoy quiero terminar la parte de Rivington, que, bueno, no vamos a terminar una parte, por ahora, no encuentro mucho. Y nos quedaría eso, tío. Decidir las dos cosas importantes, ¿vale? Que son tanto lo de Carmus, o no sé cómo se llama el tío este, el tío que han coronado, como lo de Rafael, pero bueno, o sea, creo que Rafael podremos acudir después, creo. Entonces, por ahora no voy a decirle ni no definitivo ni nada. Y tenemos que hacer lo del campamento, tenemos que hacer muchas cosas. Entonces, voy a ver directo, voy a poner también recordatorios para que no se me olvide. Y bueno, si el cuerpo lo permite, aquí se viene noche larga. Entonces, voy a ponerme como recordatorio. Eh, vale. Como recordatorio, y traidor, que iremos dentro de poco. Campamento explorar. Decisión. Y bueno, seguir avanzando. Vale, pues con esto y un bizcocho vamos a ello, ¿vale? Entonces, lo que quiero hacer y quiero ver es si podemos ir a ese campamento de allí, porque he visto gente moviéndose, o simplemente como podemos ver, aquí hay un montón de... como podemos ver, hay un montón de campamentos, pero lo que no sé es que si podemos ir, ¿vale? Entonces, lo primero que vamos a intentar realmente es eso, y yo creo que por otro lado, ¿no? Así que vamos a ver. Yo es que creo que no vamos a poder ir, ¿eh? Porque, o sea, no, no tiene nada de pinta de que se pueda ir. O sea, se puede ver gente, pero yo creo que no puede ir a ese campamento, ¿eh? Puedo intentarlo, pero yo creo que no es.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Big one.
I've heard Althea made her way into the city.
Bards can talk their way out of trouble as well as into it.
She sent a message. She's at the elf song house. Literally making herself comfortable.
Glad at least one of us is doing well.
Que no parece, ¿no? Que podamos ir.
So many more could have survived if I had done the right things. Don't.
What? I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe, and then found out I'm last in line to get in, because I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that.
Pobrecito. Pues yo creo que no podemos llegar a ese campamento, ¿eh?
Washing my pits, washing... Aye! Could a bloke not get any?
But from what you tell me, I had it easy compared to the rest of you.
No, no se puede ir. Vale, pues
Tend not to.
no podemos ir. Bastante triste, la verdad. Yo creo que sí, pero bueno.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
An idea.
They'll sell.
Should go straight to the
At
source.
least we'd have a bed.
When will I get to train the dogs again?
Woof. Ah, you speak, which means you're not a dog. So, what the hell are you doing in my kennels? It's the only way to teach him. He behaves worse than the dogs and makes more of a mess. Found him, did you? I can't say I'm surprised. Gomwick never kept him on a tight leash. Bring him here, and I'll give him a once-over for you. Check him for worms and so on.
Oh, yes, please. I'd love to see him.
He's a good dog. We'd both love to see him again.
Scratch! Oh, it's good to see you, boy.
Shut up, Dringo, and get back to work. And you've been slacking as well, Scratch, my boy. This dog is property of Sword Coast Couriers. I'll take him off your hands now. I can do whatever I please. He's my dog. Now get out. This is a private yard. You'll do no such thing.
It's not just Scratch. She's always hurting the dogs.
Shut your mouth, Dringo. Last warning.
Oh, me queda una.
Fine. You think you can do a better job without me? Be my guest. They're a useless bunch of mongrels. You're welcome to them.
You got rid of her? I'll do a better job looking after these dogs than she ever did. I promise.
El niño, otra.
Ah, a new face. Something to send? Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed. I'm alive and well, aren't I? Earning an honest living, serving my community. I've plenty to be happy about. Though, I will admit it's been tough recently. We've had to cut down our courier routes. Too risky with that army rampaging nearby. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo.
You sense there's more to his anxiety than a few missing letters.
Oh, well, one of the missing letters is my own correspondence. A personal matter, nothing serious. But you can understand if people think I can't even deliver my own letters, I'd be finished. You read it? Technically, that's interfering with someone else's property. I should report you to the nearest manip. Tell you what, give it here and we'll say no more about it. I'll give you a nice little bonus as well, a finder's fee. What do you say? Fine. Just give me the letter. Forget you saw anything. This never happened.
Sí, siento, nene.
Pigeons are very sensitive. They can't fly straight if they're disturbed.
Fretting. The steel watch will put a stop to them.
Soon give them a piece of my mind.
Might trek all the way there and hear them saying, no refugees.
From Dantalon's dancing axe.
Qué bárbaro. Cómo le he timado al tío.
Soon the bastards land under us.
Incident involving a child's finger, huh? What are you calling this new business?
Is this still continuing to be difficult?
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I don't see why I should be explaining myself. It's my property. They are on it, unlawfully.
Look, we needed somewhere to live. This place was empty and it had walls. I've got children for tears' sake.
This is my home. I may pride myself on my philanthropy, but I draw the line at being a halfway house.
This man's indignant demeanour barely masks a seething anxiety. There's more to this situation than he's letting on.
Look, time is money, and I'm losing both just standing here. Make your call, judge, before Zenobia makes it for you.
Vamos.
I can't let them stay here. What if the little brat gets into the basement? But wouldn't you be on edge if your beautiful home had been defiled by such brazen interlopers?
can stay. Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
Just a little something. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. Smart decision, sweetheart. Well, boys, we did what we were paid for. Let's leave this lot to their misery.
Brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house this big.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. Same way lots of us did. Trying to get away from the army of the Absolute. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you? We will stay. For now. I just hope he doesn't pay anyone else to come sniffing around. Thank you. And may Torm keep you. You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really. At least we'll have some peace now.
Assume nothing. A simple task.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Now we don't have to leave. I'm gonna build a big house for all the rats.
To avoid causing trouble.
I spotted a trap. Move with purpose.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
Trap.
Trap. Be cautious.
What will happen?
Time to rest. It looks like our merchant friend's the one who's been putting explosives in teddy bears.
Look at this place. The evidence is clear enough.
These bears are like the ones in the barn. Let's hope they don't explode.
Action, not reaction.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Bum, bum, bum.
I spy with my little eye. Nothing of note, really.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. You and I have.
You can't even guard a blasted shit. It's no...
Gods. Any... I don't need you standing here gawking, thanks.
Glad Nesta.
We're dealing with a maniac.
Just a little singed, eh, Scotty?
Al campamento. Y hay que buscar al traidor. Que yo creo que es esta niña.
I brought my own pen.
Mierda.
The cat peers back. You read something in its eyes. Doubt. Resignation, perhaps.
Copper for your thoughts? You know I'm up for it, but you're making me sweat.
Look where I'm just a cat. But please, talk to Yenna.
Why are you so nosy? Please don't.
I brought my...
Let's get going.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I'd be wonderful.
I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men buff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks. To work together. Strangely enough, I believe him. He's too self-important to be anything but sincere. But even if we unite to command the brain, it's not as if we can leave the city under Bane's boot heel once it's done. We'd be back to the same old battle. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of. It would be irritatingly true to form, would it not? A Harper learns to doubt, to peer through every smile, question every look. Eventually, you find what it is you fear, whether it is there or not. When we cannot know, we can only trust. But then, that is exactly what a traitor in our midst would say. Isn't it? Lauren knows the hunt. In one stroke, she places the Harpers beyond our reach. Separates us from our pack. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves. A shame of mine. Redoubled because I did not tell you everything soon. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Mince of Rashomon?
The name is as familiar as Jahira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We fought at one another's backs, times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Mince charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either. As simply as that? For no other reason than that I asked? Perhaps you two will get along. Oh, the point is moot without the means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
Uy, qué feo.
Tired, love? An imposter in our ranks. If this is true, it could be anyone. You, me... Well, not me, I know who I am. Perhaps we shouldn't take Gortash's word for granted. But if he speaks the truth, we need to be careful. Orin could have eyes and ears on us right now. Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Of course.
I thought you'd never ask. Honestly, my heart's racing. The end's close. My parents are close. I just know it. Thank you. I'm not sure I would have ever made it this far without you. Fine. What's on your mind? No notes. Even if I could have made it this far without you, I don't think I'd have wanted to.
I never quite realized how burdened I was until I met you. The threat of the Shadow Curse, the politics of the Grove. I was forgetting who I was. But you lifted the fog. Thank you. I want to be more than that to you. I have lived a very long time. I have taken many lovers. My heart does not stir lightly. But it does... truly? I thought you felt the same as I did. You saw to my needs here in camp with the care of a lover, not a host. But I respect your choice. If that's how you truly feel. Your friendship remains precious to me. I understand. And I still cherish our relationship. Still, I could not have forgiven myself had I not taken the plunge.
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
Of course.
Just the one.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword?
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients and...
Cinemática. No.
Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly...
I brought my own...
¿Qué acaba de pasar? Ella, es la puta niña de 100 poder.
Oh, I have the magic touch. All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
I brought my own pet. I brought my own paring.
Qué raro. Sí, yo creo que es esa.
Painfully so. My body burned like the noonday sun.
Yes, darling, it's very leather-like.
Madre mía.
First time. My heart
Puta
beat as
niña.
ever thought.
Well, we're sure
Go to see one of them in a fight.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen this way.
He wasn't even hurt.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
I spoke to a witness.
It's the waiting that's hard. If we could just talk to one of the fists, it would be as clear as day that we're not criminals.
You heard anything about what it's like in the prisons? Actually, don't tell me. Are they going to arrest us? What if they throw us?
No time to talk. I have clients to brief and then... Let's rehearse this one.
I can't really glaze that painting.
I'm a fist.
Like nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Because it sounds like some... You've been saying that for ages, and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
Look, I'm all for Gortash, but those clankers, they don't sit right with me.
Because they do your job better than you and without complaining. It is unnerving.
Imagine where we'd be without them. The city would be overrun. They're all that's keeping this cult at bay.
He has a point. They make people feel safe, if nothing else.
Ha! You hear this? Tell my friends how safe you feel with those metal giants stamping about. All right. No need to kill the mood.
Gods, Nop. You sure can pick 'em.
Master Porter, I've taken the liberty of... Oh, you're not the master. Just as well.
Lady Alia says the Absolute's army won't be causing trouble for Gortash. Or for us.
Kill Orin and take her Netherstone. Find me in my office upstairs when it's done, and do not return until it is done. Let this be my one warning.
The Steel Watch has made an impenetrable fortress out of the Sword Coast's crown jewel. I can't think of a better endorsement for Gortash than that.
I may speak only to my lord.
Y allá Baldur, ¿qué dice? Tamizora ahí.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Poor thing. He's had a tough go. And you don't know the half of it.
You see, Gortash has had Will's father relocated.
To his death, the way I hear it. Such a shame. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there? I know enough. Let's talk to Will in your camp. Work something out. The Duke's life depends on it.
A la baja ciudad. Y la alta. Vamos al campamento. Contigo vino una luz.
I brought my own.
The tadpole quivers, revealing your discussion with Mizora to Will.
Shit. Father's been taken, and Mazora's started to scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? I couldn't even fathom a guess. Though, I doubt we'll need to wait long for answers. We'll have answers soon enough. Let's talk to Mazora. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to. Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. And maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse.
Puedo volver, ¿no? Hostia, 50% lo que está cargando, tío. ciudad.
Failure to comply
Ya tengo
will
que...
result in imprisonment and, if necessary, more severe punishment.
Incapaz de osar.
We lost most of our herd to wolves.
Estoy rendición inútil.
We've got almost nothing left. And you want... My husband's still in the outer city with the few cows we have left. How am I going to tell him we have to give them up?
Move along. I've got my hands full enough without gawkers. Please provide a full inventory of any and all livestock before entering Baldur's Gate proper. Smuggling or any other form of deceit will not be tolerated.
Go on then. You think you can do better? Wish me yours.
You've been caught mid-robbery. Your next move had best be a careful one. What was taken is free to be reclaimed, and you are free to go.
Precisa persona. Para un templo inadaptable y para dejar artefactos alcanzar una toma con el fin de preservar la fuerza. Ojo.
Don't get too comfortable. It's only a matter of time before the army of the Absolute gets here.
Look! Just look! We're finally here! We're safe!
Safe for now.
What did she even do? I bet nobody knows. I didn't see her do anything wrong.
I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes. Damn bastard was Skull. I didn't see him making the trouble.
I know her. That's Gulster. She's no thief.
Stay back and stay calm. Warning you.
The citizen is unconscious. He won't be waking up anytime soon.
These street trash need to watch their tone. I don't tolerate disrespect.
If all these folks can just keep their shit together, maybe nobody else will get hurt. Maybe.
Bueno. Qué locura, cuánta gente.
You really won't feel it.
Not a thing. Not on back.
Puerta del basilisco.
That felt great.
You're very welcome, sir. Come to have a go. Give it your best shot.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Gold first. Then you can hit me. Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've something pent up. So, you having a go or not? You don't pull your punches, do you? Back for more? I don't mind. So long as you're paying. Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've... So, you having a go? On. Then move. Let someone else...
I like your look. You've seen battle. Shed some blood. Could show these softies here how it's done.
They're too busy visiting Mamselle's guys. If you're here to report something, don't bother. The Fist don't give a damn.
If you have a problem, speak to one of the other Fist. A rabid warg organised this inventory, judging by the mess they've left me.
Don't you remember?
Your daughter is missing.
Yes! My daughter, Vanra!
Forgive me. What was her name?
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me. Why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. This stupid, useless Fist said she had a lead, but she must have been sucking Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Excuse me, citizen, but if this is a criminal matter, it's my business, not yours. Now, madam, if you'll just tell me why you're here, I'll take down the details.
What's happening? I feel like I'm going mad. You well? Thank you. I haven't slept or eaten since she disappeared. I'm terrified something has happened to her. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks. No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one. And of course, the front of house, Bosun Gannett was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaid, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. It was awful. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
Commander Portier, acting Marshal of the Fist. If you have a crime to report, please wait outside. We're currently at capacity.
Your tools were stolen, right? No, you were mugged. Wait, I'm mixing you up with another citizen. I'm terribly sorry. I'll get back to you.
Something over there.
I'm way too big.
No, you can't be here. It's not safe. She has my scent. Run. Do not stop until you feel sunlight and fresh air. Orin, she managed to seize me from our very own camp. She tormented me with blades and hot irons. I resisted. But then she forced me to drink a foul brew. The rabid, cursed blood of all manner of beasts. I lost control. I felt the bear take over. Blood crazed. And she forced me into a cage. Along with children taken from the streets. I was powerless to stop myself. Their screams, her laughter, it's all I can hear. I do not deserve to see the sun again. She's too strong. You have to turn around. Go. Let me buy you some time. She's coming for you. Fool. Rabid beasts must not be coddled. They must be put down.
Sabía.
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet. Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Val's temple. I will not slice. His kind die too easily. The murder lord demands a better offering. Something new. Sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you. Kethric's killer turned the corpse lover to carrion when you took his stone. Oh, but he was a dull kill. No blood to spill, no guts to rip. The desiccated husk, all dust and hollow. You must be sharpened before you set your edge against my skin. You'd prefer my whispers in the tyrant's tongue, hmm?
You've heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Carsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip drain him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the Netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
There we slice and shred each other. The survivor claims the stones. What's left of the other is bars. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Orin demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the Netherstones, and the chance to control the crown alone. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
Esto es una locura. Esto no puedo hacerlo, tío. Qué locura. Qué locura.
Allies? No, no. We had a balance. The chosen three. But it tumbled when you turned the Bone Lord to ash. Now, Gortash tries to gouge me from the city. That festering inadequate thinks me a flesher, butchering and cleaving only to whip the herd towards his tin men's oppression. You must kill him. Gore him like a pig prepped for the spit. Only then will you be sweet and sharp, ready for the Murder Lord's purpose. Need? No, no, no. I do not need. You are made of nothing. Meaningless flesh and bone. I do not need. I offer. Baal's age approaches, and you could be there to see it. An idol of flesh, made to welcome his bleeding dawn. There is time for you yet. Time to save. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen, listen close, Bone Killer. Step in my domain while the tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull. Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
My old home. We're close by. It will be good to see it again. Look for a ladder.
Yo estoy flipando. Estoy flipando.
Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful to you. Get Yankee. Blackheath has found us. Get rid of them, quickly.
Something over there.
My old sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want it. My old wardrobe. The home of all my disguises. We are what we appear to be. And so appearances matter.
Pesada.
What's that?
That might be worth a look.
My cutlery set. The gift of my mother. The butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. I don't need it anymore, but the memory stirs something in me still. There she is, in all her glory. Duke Belin Stelmane. My old partner.
What's that?
An old container for brains. Empty.
That's curious.
What a pleasant surprise. Here you are, as brazen as described. The gloomed soul who thieved from our queen. Of course you had help, didn't you? From the illithid you carry inside the astral prism. How quaint that we should meet here, in the very place that it once called home. We know all about the Emperor and its dealings with you. Though I must confess, its peculiar relationship with you threw us off course for a while. Most illithids prefer to dominate their thralls through transformation. Yet here you stand, untransformed. Tell me, what did it offer you in exchange for your servitude? You have fallen prey to its manipulation. Your story ends here. We will reclaim the astral prism, purge it of the illithid interloper, and restore it to our queen.
What are you doing?
My dear child, I already know all there is to know. I will liberate you from your puppet master, Chamazala Blackie!
No gloom, all doom.
146, bro.
Dead Tom!
For the queen!
these mortals be? Step by step.
Got to move.
Slow down.
Time to strike.
The lance ball is set. With ease. On it.
My faith will protect me. Down with you. On my way.
Good idea, I think.
Invidium!
worth nothing.
What am I to do?
Time to get going.
The planet's been awakened. Vlaakith's forces are near.
That's curious.
Victory awaits.
I'm ready. No mercy.
face. Sorry, sir. Thank you, sir.
God bless you. You're...
Rovia burned the bouillabaisse again, and now I have to scrub the pot. Some chef he is.
Drink, dance, and song. Tunereth's residents are known to partake in all three, substantially.
Is that so?
A reminder.
I assumed there to be little time for frivolity amongst all the fighting.
Eternity is long, Gale. Long enough to pursue endeavors beyond combat. Githyanki writes symphonies, craft liquors, paint frescoes. When they aren't in fierce battle with Gaith, of course.
Welcome, traveller. Remember, this ain't the Blushing Mermaid. It's the elf song. So behave yourself. That's right. And a lonely job it is too. When you're the muscle, no one thinks about your heart. Very funny. Go on inside. They're looking for comedians.
Well, well, look what the bugbear dragged in. Can't believe we both made it to the city, and with our limbs attached. Working. What else? Alan's short on coppers. The counting house is screwing him over. He was willing to hire anyone who'd work for cheap. And I'm nothing if not cheap. Check the roof. But you didn't hear that from me. Right. Heading to the roof. Sort your own drinks in the meantime.
See Alan at the bar for drinks. I'm busier than a two-pecker go.
If it were up to me, I'd replace all the flaming fists with steel watches. At least the big teapots don't make lewd suggestions when you pass by. They smell better too.
Gortash, Archduke of Baldur's Gate. I hear he's moved into the penthouse at Worm's Rock. That place must cost a fortune. Per diem.
A new Archduke? Fancy. Never had one of them before.
¡Ojo, Celia! No me he dado cuenta, tío, que te has metido. Si me ve por gordo, estoy orgulloso de mí por gordo, esto hay que decirlo. Qué grande Celia, enorme.
From one warrior to another, I must say, it's just embarrassing the way the Flaming Fist lets this murderer go around killing people and getting away with it. They used to be capable enough, but they've gotten slow and lazy. Corruption makes you soft. Knock it off. You're no friend of the Fists, I can tell just by looking at you. You're more my type. Independent. Nah, those soft lads will never crack this case the way they're going. And when they fail, and they will, count on it. The Flaming Fists know where to find Dame Gizarn. And then, it'll be my turn.
I sure wouldn't want to be one of the Flaming Fists. They got the shittiest job in town. Believe me, I know something about knocking heads together.
Hostia. Pero bueno, tranquilo. Mira. ¿Qué pasa aquí fuera? Uy.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is. With all this talk of war, what else are folk to do but drink? I reckon the murder we'd had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get you fine self? Going to make this place famous, I reckon. Victim is a bloody duke. Boleyn Stelmane. Well, she was a duke. Now she's just bloody. I reckon I'll be able to charge double for that room once the constable's done with it. Murders and ghosts are always grand for business. At least, I hope.
Halt, Civvy. Turn back. This is an active crime scene.
Hold on, Thornhill. I'm tired of standing here. Devella's been up there for ages. Some diversion would be welcome. Chances are the constable will throw you down the stairs, but go ahead, citizen. I could do with something to break the monotony.
Stelmane's parlor. A place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
Maintain your distance. Area under active investigation by order of the Flaming Fist.
¿Qué está pasando aquí? Uy.
Bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good. I'm chasing down a serial killer who seems to kill without motive. Will you try doing that and staying calm? Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her. Very nice. Correct on most counts. You might prove useful. Here's all I found. The Duke was paralyzed by poison. Absolutist symbols scrawled on the floor in blood. Hand removed, pre-mortem. The symbol's the bit that bothers most. You use poison when you want to get away with murder. So why leave a symbol at the scene of the crime? Doesn't make any sense. And the removal of the hand. I've a theory, but... Oh, well, you're a civilian. That one will be for me to follow up. I've been working on an assignment. A side project of sorts. I think the removal of the hand is the key, but I just can't figure out how. Corpses without hands are showing up all over the city.
together with dire armors of death and murder. Has to be connected. The brutality of it. The unnecessary brutality. My theory is that it's got something to do with the Lord of Murder himself, Baal. The higher-ups don't want to hear that, of course. The last thing they need is public hysteria about a cult that was supposed to have died out over a century ago. I'd follow up myself. But while this uniform gets me into certain places, it keeps me out of others. Especially places that don't want to be found. Oh, believe me, I wish I could. But that's above my pay grade. Besides, someone's got to oversee the investigation here. Perfect. Unofficially, mind. As far as the higher-ups are concerned, you're still just a civilian. If you end up breaking any laws, well, I won't be able to help you. Report back to me if you find anything. And thank you. If I'm right, you'll be doing a great service to the city.
No need of this. I picked up some extras.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Hostia. Voy a alquilarla.
If this was brewed with my barley.
Welcome back. What can I do you for? I tell you what, the murder upstairs has brought some punters, but if we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's naught to worry about. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over. Charity! In Baldur's Gate! Good one. Keep your voice down about the bloody murder upstairs. Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
I brought my own paring knife.
A ver si me gusta. Así. Pipa. La puta cachimba de serio.
Another? Should I have another? Oh, he'll need to preserve me. I need the courage. No, I guess I've had enough. The brewer who made this beer used to buy all of our barley. But that's over now. Left the crops standing in the fields when we ran from the Absolute Army. Gone. All gone. Family's upstairs, exhausted. I'm Des Canshaw, with a wife, 2 kids, and another on the way. Oldest boy, Corson. He means well, but he eats as much as the rest of us put together. I'll have to find him a place here. We're farmers, not fighters. That's not the answer for us. Corson's strong, but he's a gentle soul. Easy to take advantage of. A fancy fella called Three-Piece wants to place him as a cleaner in the counting house. But I don't trust him. Maybe I should just join the Flaming Fist and take the signing bonus. What else can I do? That's a solid tip. Could work out for a gentle kid like Corson. Thanks, stranger. You helped settle my mind. Thanks are all I have to offer, though. Mail meter plead for you. Hello, old friend. Oh, so I assume I used to know everybody around town, but now I'm a new man. A worried man, a playwright who lost the will to write. Now I worry no more. Can't write a word? What does it matter?
Archduke? Lord Gortash is a trifle young for that, don't you think? Not that anyone cares what you think.
That puffed up parvenu, Gortash, an archduke. Gortash, an archduke.
Hey, smart stuff. I'm Willoughby, the comedian. And we got a little contest here called a Laugh Riot. You want to play along? It's all about the Boffo-Yoks. We see who can tell the funniest stories, and the winner gets the prize. Great! I'll go first to show you how it's done, and then you can see if you can top it. Hello, Baldurians! You know, I wouldn't be here tonight, except my wife ran off with a cambium. That's right, I got fiend zoned. We used to have a drow comedian. I had to ask her to stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the audience. Then I asked her how many drow it takes to light a torch, and she said, none. We have dark vision. So I killed her.
The elf song patrons think that one's funny. There may be hope for you yet.
Your turn, smart stuff. Knock 'em dead. But not literally. Got me? Got me with an ancient jest that's older than I am. Win or lose, I'm stealing that one. Pig jokes are never wrong. Well done.
Cheers, whistles, and applause. You're almost shocked.
Yeah, you're hilarious. Now get out of here before I lose my job. My wife? Second best? Me? Maybe it's time for this...
Now that was funny.
You're not really listening to this clown, are you? The lights are much more interesting.
You look closely at the young woman. Dilated pupils and palpitations. She's a silk root abuser.
Don't get all high and mighty with me. I hear the potions jingling in your pack. Don't talk to me.
A never-ending march of toil and suffering. Listen and submit to the mistress of disease.
Talona? We want to let Talona loose in our city.
Poor sweet fool. You speak as if the Blade Throne is not already here, striding among us. Her power waxes. And soon, the sight...
Oh, do you actually want one? Sorry, I can't sell you any right now, but you... Pots! Handmade pots!
Candle Hallow's tombstones, remembering the deceased with sympathy and skill.
You've got a problem. Take it up with 9 fingers.
Afternoon.
She loves it when people complain. Even better. You don't want none of this. Trust me. Do I look like I was born in a bathtub? If you can't afford it, stop wasting my time.
I don't blame you, but I will if you won't have some of the leek soup. It looks like I'll be making for next time.
You eaten at the elf song before? Awful, just awful. I had a stew there once that looked like it had a finger in it.
They never found the head. Makes me wonder how they knew it was still me.
Oh, you can tell all sorts with technology these days. I'm sure she was.
Hello. Nice day for a walk.
I was joking. You really are that interesting.
For a moment there, I thought you actually valued me as a person.
Gortash tries to jam down.
I'll never understand people who don't want to be famous. The more the people like you, the more you can get away with.
What are you gonna do? Arrest us?
That's what it takes to keep the peace. If this lot have got a problem with the Gazette, they should take it up with the editor, not make a scene in the streets.
What do Baldur's Gate's never going to be safe with the Absolute out there? Why would the Gazette lie to an entire city?
No, a bit too familiar.
Why would they go to all that?
Mr. Need.
The paper says we're safe here, but we're not. We may as well be outside the walls with the Absolute.
If we think too much, we might question their authority.
A broken steel watcher. A tag wired to it reads, Unit defective. Return to the Steel Watch Foundry at the West Docks.
I'm just trying to do my job, right?
You really are that interesting.
Do you know how hard it was to get those cabbages into the city? Nigh on impossible.
The lower cities are bloody warren. I'm surprised anyone can find their way around.
We're not lost. Just taking in the view before continuing on our way.
What about a Lanthony's candle? Would you throw one of them?
Have you seen the size of a Lanthony's candle?
Indeed. More than simple craft. It's a way of life for some of
For
them.
low gear's fireworks, once it's lit, you commit.
Lae'zel. Was that a joke?
The broadsheet's gone to pot ever since I left.
Biggest firework they have. Would you throw it at a steel?
Please, kind sir, can you spare a few coins to feed my son? He's sick and likely to die.
What do you want me to do? Arrest the smell?
I feel a little dizzy.
Please, sir, please. It's for my son. Anything would help. Any amount at all. Please, kind sir, can you spare a few coins to feed my son? He's sick.
¿Qué es esto?
Vile beasts. failure.
Survival is all that matters.
On the double.
Onward.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Ojo. Bueno, te has perdido todo, Juan. Si estoy ya en la ciudad, aquí reventando a la gente. No, tío. De repente me ha aparecido putos bichos, claro.
Have to keep going. Taste my fury.
Thank you for cutting those creatures down, truly. Gods know what would have
No,
happened
todavía
if
no,
you
todavía
weren't
no.
here.
What are these things? And gods, do they stink?
Oh, gods! There's guts all over my boat!
My energy wanes. Time to rest.
That smell.
Oh, I think I'm full of fish for the next few 10 minutes.
Having these things laying around is bad for business.
Estudiado ya. Tonto. ¿Qué es lo que eres? Si no hay más. Vaya su mierda.
Something over there.
That might be worth a look.
They all floated. Plenty to do and see in the gate. No need to barge in our private chat.
Son 5. Lo dijo hasta el profesor.
An entire edition dedicated to one lord and his metal toys. Gortash has got to be paying the mount sink fees.
Arrest the smell?
Some help you are. Where's the steel watch when you need them?
Behold, this tree is plagued by pestilence, yet refuses to die. The goddess Shantia wishes me to save it. I can feel it.
No voy a mirar marcha. ¿Para qué? ¿Esta gente? ¿Han matado?
I got lost. And then when I found Mummy and Daddy again,
¿Qué dices?
they wouldn't
¿Qué
get
dices
up.
ahora?
Shouldn't have run away.
La silla.
I'm just sorry.
Oh, poor kid found his parents like this. It's a tragedy, yeah. But it's not like we can look after him.
¿Qué he hecho nada? Digo, tonto.
Little un found his folks gutted. Didn't see it happen, though, thank the gods. City's home to some proper sick bastards.
Pomo de agua. En la máquina. Hostia, esto que hay hasta un templo.
Sorry, Victus. Sorry, Victus. Look and look. Great, isn't it? These are just cantrips. I can keep this up all day. Sorry, Victus. Look, Mama, look. It's so pretty. Oh, stand up.
Come get your copy of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. When the mouth speaks, the city shakes. All right there, Chief? Can I interest you in a copy of our fine broadsheet? Have a gander at that. Come back tomorrow if you fancy fresh news. Travesty! Get them right here. The printing block has never been so hot. Scandals, vandals, where to buy sandals? It's all here in the Balder's Mouth Gazette. Keep the ignorance away.
Look, Mama, look. It's so pretty.
Hostia, qué curado.
steel and justice.
Say anything about the horrible present of Baldur's Gate, city of crime and chaos.
Another one in bit of hard work. First one to give up before he got paid.
Cheery, wages on sweets. Mr. Needle doesn't even pay a price for it. Good.
Comes to magical protection.
You'll just make hesitate.
Latest Baldur's Mouth edition. Oh, dynamite.
Look, Mama, look! It's so pretty!
I was joking. You really are that interesting.
Gortash is a visionary, sure enough. His vision is
We have still watchers promenading the street, and you're worried about the price of
Ah, el Barça.
He's still in there, yes. These tax hikes are enough to make my eyes.
Once the watchers stop the protests, we'll recoup on
Bueno, no pasa nada. La vida son estos momentos. Puta Barça, eh. Puta Barça. Vamos a descansar. ¿Dónde está mi cama? Ahora sí. Mira, Juan, hay una cachimba aquí. Una puta cachimba, bro. Pipa de agua. A ver, finalizar el día. Se supone que va a venir una tía. Aquí. Sí, ahí está. Ah, no. Sí. Ahí está la máquina.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
No tomb, sit in beato.
Holy hells.
I come to bargain. The hells demand witness.
Your parasite links with Will's, and your memories flow into him. He sees his father's flight from Worm's Rock, and hears Mizora's words to you.
Shit. Where did Gortash send my father? How do I save him?
Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
You damned wretch. Do it then. Claim my soul for Zariel. Keep my father safe.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Seems you've got a new mission, pup. Go save your father. He's locked in a very nasty place. Gortash's secret command center and prison. Lucky for you, I know the way in. I'll mark your map. After all, a deal's a deal. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Twice Mazoras held my feet to the fire, and twice was I burnt. But my father will live. We will return the Grand Duke to his people. And forever a devil's leash will choke me. But my soul belongs to a far more fiendish villain now.
the archdevil Zariel. Karlach can tell you what evil she's capable of, what brutality she's wrought. She could raise me as a war devil and loose me on the coast. She could name me a patron and bid me collect souls for her cause. My pact ends at death, and Zariel may want more than just fodder for her front line. Well, that's enough self-pity for one day. If anything, I should be elated that there's hope yet for my father. We should hurry to this mystery prison and retrieve my father before Mazora tries pulling more tricks. We will knock him out if we need to, or restrain.
Your skull vibrates in concord with the astral prism.
Bring me to your Duke. I will shield him, as I shield you.
Why would you do that?
Better to bring him into the fold than to leave you distracted by regret.
Well then, I'm not about to say no. This prison's in the lower city. Let's move.
It can't have been easy for Will to resign himself to the pact. But I'm glad he chose his father.
Of course.
Well, don't stand in ceremony. Come here. I thought you'd never ask.
Hostias. Otra vez.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense. You did well to see off the Githyanki who'd invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The flavors of my favorite fiddlehead soup, should you wish to experience it for yourself. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Balin Stilney, a story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. I have learned to adapt my methods to your needs. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flayer. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you, your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own. Perhaps, at first, I did consider that you were just a problem to be solved. and not an easy one at that. But I persisted. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how much I would enjoy your company.
Otro.
Your mind.
Qué pesado.
Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper. I'm sorry. You're right. Now's not the time. Forget I said anything. Let's move on to more important things. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. You should reconsider your attachment to your physical form. You have seen what an Elithid can do. Imagine some of that could be in your grasp. Not enough to warp your appearance beyond recognition, but just enough to enhance your potential. And believe me, it will radically increase our chances of success against the Elder Brain. Think on it.
Pesado.
Why the stunned face? You look like you've seen a devil. I am a woman of my word. Go to Gortash's secret prison, and I'll help you spring Will's daddy free. Of course, you could always leave him to rot, but that would make Will's sacrifice worthless. And I know you wouldn't want that. Ugh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand. Focus on the Elder Brain. I'd hate to clog that infected head of yours with needless details.
was a gifted hunter, and Zariel's made her share of enemies in and out of the Hells. Devils, demons, deserters. They're a great burden on the Lord of the First. Clause G, Section 9. Targets shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. The clause still holds. As long as Will doesn't tug on my leash, he'll be stalking only the wickedest prey. It's a win-win.
Dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratches tongue lob.